Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists dentists with employment contract issues. Today I'm going to talk about how is dental production calculated, meaning if a dentist is paid via production, what are some common ways that happens? So let's just get into compensation for dentists and dental associates. So dentists are one of the few healthcare providers where they're given a daily rate. I mean, it's fairly common for a dentist for a dental associate to be paid just via a daily rate. So there's a set amount that they get per day. And then if there's a half day, they get a little bit less than that. So that's one standard way of compensating a dentist. The other would be base salary, where they just get a flat base, they work the agreed upon hours, and that's that. Now, if they're paid purely on production, it can be done a number of different ways, but the most common way is through what's called net collections. And so net collections is literally what the dental practice receives from the patients with services provided by that specific dentist. There will be times where maybe there's an insurance claim that's denied. Maybe the patient just can't pay or refuses to pay, some kind of write-off. So there are situations where a dentist can provide services, ultimately not get paid for them. And if you're on a net collections-based employment agreement, you're out of luck. You're just not going to get paid for those things. So as far as normal percentages, if a dentist is paid purely on net collections, meaning from the very beginning, the only thing they make is the percentage that's collected for them. Usually it will be somewhere between 30 to 40%. So you just take whatever the net collections are by that specific dental associate, multiply that times 40%, and then that would be the take home for that dentist. That would be, in that scenario, it would be done monthly. Now, there's also kind of hybrid ways of doing it. So let's say a dentist has a base salary of $120,000. And then the practice may say, okay, so you're going to get $10,000 a month. And then if you have net collections that exceed $10,000 a month, then you'll get bonused based upon the net collections beyond that at a percentage. So in that scenario, when it's kind of a hybrid of a base salary and net collections, a normal percentage would be somewhere between like 18 to 25%. So you have that guaranteed base, but then you also have the ability to make more based upon that percentage. Those are the normal percentages. So if you're pure net collection, somewhere between 30 to 40. And if you're in a hybrid, usually between like 18 to 25 is a standard amount. It's pretty rare that a dental practice would compensate just based on encounters. It varies so much patient to patient, and the insurance company will then provide different amounts for whatever they're doing. So I don't think encounters is a standard way of doing it. It's almost always based on net collections. Now, can the dental associate negotiate the base salary and the net collections percentage? Certainly. They're going to have to do some math. Now, if you're on a pure net collections based compensation structure, the first thing that has to be thought about is, what is the volume of the practice, or what is the likely potential volume once the patient base is kind of built up? If you move into a practice and you're getting paid purely on net collections and the volume is low, you are not going to make a lot of money. So you need to have a conversation with the owner about what is the expected volume. How many patients do you expect I'll see a day? What's a normal amount of net collections in a month for an associate dentist here? These are conversations that have to be made in advance. Just taking the not having any kind of discussions about the actual statistics is a really bad idea. And so I've had some people who have signed an agreement for net collections with a non-compete. They get in there, they're making a tiny amount of money. They immediately recognize it's a bad opportunity. They give notice to leave, but then they're stuck with this really kind of onerous non-compete. So it's much better to do the due diligence up front. And that way you can kind of save yourself getting in a tough situation. So that's kind of how productivity is calculated for a dentist. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always call us at the phone number listed below, or reach us to our website, ChelleLaw.com. That's CHELLE law.com, and appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.